really pissed off that she got treated bad at Herman's World of Sporting Goods, and we missed Buzz Burbank's news last hour. And the bottom line is now we got to do more commercials, and we don't have time for you today. Can we do sports tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll call you before game 2. Sure.
Okay, good.
You're
All
a
right.
great guy, Rudy.
Oh, and Rudy, one other thing.
Yeah.
You won the football pool, you miserable SOB.
Well,
You got none of them wrong, Rudy.
hey, listen, I knew that once Mike beat me one week, I said, that's it, I gotta start taking it seriously.
Yeah, you were 9-0, Rudy.
You whipped my butt, Rudy.
9-0. That is sad.
Go Broncos tonight, that makes it 10-0.
All right, we will talk to you tomorrow, Rudy.
You got it, guys.
Okay. Bye-bye. Okay, very good.
He was in his sport mode. Could you tell that? He was in his I am working at the game mode.
There is no game tonight, though.
Yeah, but he's in that. Can you tell that he's there? I mean,
Oh,
he's just,
that he's, yeah, in Philly, yes.
Hey, there's a big difference between Rudy Marsky when he's got that, hey, okay, guys, no problem, no problem. And when he's going to a homecoming, it's like, hey!
There's only one stone left unturned on today's show, then.
Yes, there is.
Hello, come in, Mad Viking.
Well, oh, hi, how you doing?
Hi, Dennis.
Hi.
He's been with us the whole time.
Yeah.
Dennis, now, he's been spending his birthday. Today is Dennis's 34th birthday, and he's been on the phone with us for going on 4 hours now, in the midst of everything, in the midst of the flu shots, the guy that was naked who's not really naked. Oh, and we've got his address and his phone number. I'm not really sure if we should be so vindictive as to give out the man's address, because somebody will probably go and turn over his trailer.
Yeah, not a good idea. Not a good idea. I think the phone number.
301. Here's the number for Ricky the naked guy, who, as it turns out, really is not naked.
Yep.
301-952-9105.
That's all it takes.
The number again, 952-9105.
And especially all of you hackers out there, all of you computer types who can put the command into your computer and have your computer call the number like 1,000 times in a row. We're looking for you folks out there.
He'll learn his lesson.
Yeah.
And don't forget, you can also put his number on pagers, so that you're paging people and they're calling him at all hours of the day and the night.
That's right, Ricky. You should learn. You shouldn't lie.
We gave you lots of chances to come clean, Ricky. So, folks, I know you were looking for a subject last week, and you didn't get your piece of meat last week. Well, this week it's Ricky the naked guy.
Feed him, Donnie. Feed him.
301-952-9105. Dennis, we are going to make it the quest in the last 10 minutes of the show today to find you a woman on your 34th birthday.
Thank you.
All right, let me see if I got anything here for a dream date. Hold on, bear with me.
We have something. I'm sure we have something that'll be
Yeah.
special. Well, I mean, it could be anything. You could be out in the middle of a field with a blanket and a bottle of wine and Dennis Murphy, and it'd be special.
Well, he's a true romantic.
It may be,
I
Mike,
am.
because
He is.
we're down to Nick at Night postcards.
I took a girl out in the limo once.
You did what?
I took a girl out in the limo around 4 years ago,
Ran a limo, yeah.
and she was going to Austria, yeah?
Austria, yes, going to Austria, yes.
And, well, you know, she got married over in Austria, so I left
She got married over in Austria, huh? Oh,
That's a bummer.
I can't win.
Listen, here's what we have. We have $100 worth of food at Slade's American Grill.
I feel like this is the
I
UN.
got a question. Do you have a weekend package to one of your Marriott?
Do you have weekend passes to one of your Marriotts?
Dennis, you know what? Marriott is a treasured corporate sponsor of this show, and I imagine that they would be willing to call in and ante up a weekend at one of the Courtyard by Marriott hotels.
Oh, Courtyard, that's a good place.
So Dennis, you've won that either way.
Okay.
And listen, we're going to leave the phone lines open now. Here's the number, ladies. 1-800-636-1067. Today's his birthday, for goodness sakes.
It's on his birthday, his 34th birthday. Touch him.
You
So
know,
that's all. You don't have to do everything.
you don't have to be carnal with him. You know,
I just want a pleasant night.
just a pleasant night, and the end of the evening, a nice little handshake on his Johnson. That's all. That's all, ladies. You got to call him like you see him here. Or how about this? How about this even? Through the jeans.
Through the jeans.
Through the jeans. Now, listen.
That's right.
You're not going to find a safer way than that. Wear a pair of gloves if you want.
Sure, through the jeans, you know? Buff him.
How would that be? How would that be, Dennis?
Huh?
How would a nice buffing be?
Oh, what the heck?
What the heck? All right. You know what? We're going to have a lady that calls in, and we'll send you to dinner at Slade's American Grill. You'll win a set of Nick at Night postcards,
Oh, wow.
courtesy of Nick at Night, the home of classic TV, and
I love good man guys.
that makes two of us, Dennis, and a beautiful weekend at a Sheraton or a Marriott. Well, it's a Courtyard by Marriott.
There you go.
By Marriott.
Okay, hold on, Dan.
Thank you.
Hold on. Maybe it'll be a happy birthday after all for Dennis.
And the next time we speak to Dennis, he'll be buffed.
We've got to do commercials now. We'll come back, and then we'll go to the Boy in the Bubble for the newscast we didn't get to last hour because of you, Billy Reed. Because of you, you chicken. We'll be right back.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Most business people spend a lot of time traveling. And now there are over 1,700 new ways to make traveling more rewarding. Just stay at Holiday Inn Hotels. If you're a member of the frequent flyer program with Delta Airlines,
Northwest Airlines,
I fly United Airlines, you can collect frequent flyer miles with every qualifying stay at more than 1,700 Holiday Inn hotels anywhere in the world. So whether you're going to lots of small towns,
the entire Northeast sales territory,
halfway around the world, you'll find a Holiday Inn hotel where you can get frequent flyer miles whether you fly or drive. With so many places to stay, your miles are sure to add up quickly. Before you know it, you'll be going to
an island in the Caribbean,
the south of France, anywhere I don't need a tie. Choose frequent flyer miles with Delta, Northwest, or United at Holiday Inn. Call 1-800-HOLIDAY or your travel agent for reservations. Qualifying rate only. Restrictions apply. Holiday Inn. Stay with someone you know.
Romeo and Juliet are the world's most famous romantics. But today, their tragic demise could have been avoided had Romeo asked for Juliet's hand with an Americut diamond from Washington Diamond Company. The Americut is a new brand of diamond which doesn't compromise quality, and that's guaranteed. So Juliet's mom would have been dazzled by its nearly perfect cut, color, and clarity. And since Washington Diamond Company offers the Americut at the best possible price, Romeo could have easily afforded it without a loan, which would have impressed Juliet's father, for he wanted a son-in-law who knew a good value. And Romeo and Juliet would have lived happily ever after because, as we now know, poison and daggers can really ruin a wedding night. Give an Americut diamond and ensure your own happy ending and beginning. Exclusively from Washington Diamond Company. Phone 202-DIAMOND.
Come in and see the brand new Americut Diamond and pick up your free copy of the Diamond Buyer's Guide. Phone 202-DIAMOND.
Corona asks, are you bored by the ghost of Halloween past?
Put a new twist on Halloween. Corona tastes so good you'll howl. Makes Halloween a chilling time. With that mystic, ritualistic twist of lime. Don't settle for the same old Halloween scene. Put a new twist on Halloween. There's a new trick to treating. Scare up some fun this Halloween night. Corona Extra and Corona Light. Only zombies follow the old routine. Put a new twist on Halloween.
Whether you're at a bar, restaurant, or party, put a new twist on Halloween with Corona Extra and Corona Light. Look for specials on Corona wherever you buy beer.
Imported by the Gambrinus Company, San Antonio, Texas.
In the 70s and 80s, it was pizza delivery, but this is the 90s, and the consumer is looking for a lighter, healthier alternative. Former Domino's pizza executives who were in the thick of it during the Domino's heyday are at it again. Only now they're bringing their successful formula to Chinese food delivery. It's called Chop Chop Chinese to You. After 5 years of research and development, Chop Chop has opened its doors and is moving quickly. And they are in the final phase of accepting a limited number of applications for independent franchises. If you've ever wanted to be a pioneer in a business, this is your chance. They provide all the training and all the support. You don't even need any franchise experience. A Chop Chop location is now open in Burke, Virginia. 18 franchises have been awarded in the greater Washington, D.C. metro area, and only a few more choice territories in the area are left. If you're tired of working for someone else and want to get in on the ground floor of the next big thing, call 800-337-CHOP. That's 800-337-CHOP. Call Chop Chop and be the one who creates the stir in your neighborhood.
It's football season, so Gordon's Jewelers is offering 30 to 60% off our regular prices. Now you may be asking why a football sale. Let's just say it's a time of the year when you guys are a little, well, insensitive. For example, if you sat through an entire game with your eyes glued to the TV, not uttering a word to your wife or girlfriend, you should probably pick up a 1-carat total weight diamond tennis bracelet for only $3.89. If you had a bunch of buddies over for the big game last Sunday and destroyed the living room, sounds like a 1/2-carat diamond total weight anniversary band is in order. It's just $4.99 at Gordon's. Or if she sat in the upper deck in the middle of the pouring rain to watch your team get pummeled, she deserves a 1/2-carat marquee diamond solitaire ring for just $9.49. If during the excitement of a great play you accidentally called her by your ex-girlfriend's name, well, maybe a car dealer in the area is having a big sale also. Gordon's, we're not like other jewelry stores. Sale ends November 24th, 1993.
Special Olympics helps people with mental retardation develop physical fitness and a sense of accomplishment. Stop at your local Exxon station through November 15th and make a contribution to Special Olympics.
106.7 FM, 1500 AM. Superstation. Howard Stern all morning. John and Mike all afternoon. She couldn't leave midday. And Grease Mat at night.
All right, last look now at Monday Night Fight Lights, 10 till 7. Here's Sherry. Hi, Sherry.
Hi, Don and Mike. No relief on the Shirley Highway tonight. A new problem now. We have some police activity at Seminary Road. They're going to be closing the express lanes beginning at Washington Boulevard. So you're going to find delays beginning at the Pentagon all the way down to Newington.
People won't be jumping for joy then.
That's for sure. Interloop of the Beltway is slow from Telegraph Road getting over to 95 in Montgomery County. The interloop of the Beltway is slow from River Road over to the 270 spur. Route 27 remains closed between 80 and Penn Shop, and watch for an accident now in the Seven Corners area, Route 50 near Route 7. I'm Sherry Licker, Metro Traffic Control for WJFK.
Thank you, Sherry.
You got it. More with John and Mike.
All right. Buzz Burbank has news in half a second. The show ends on a positive note today for our friend Dennis Murphy. Good. Either one of these women is the gal for him. I've got a backup idea.
Oh, wonderful.
That just came to me. Hello?
Yes.
Don and Mike show. Hello.
I've got to tell you something rather funny because I think this is a sign.
What's that?
I was in traffic on 495 and 270,
Yeah.
and I was stuck right behind a huge Tyson's truck full of chickens.
Oh, really? When all the chickens were clucking?
Oh, but you're not calling for Dennis Murphy, are you?
Well, you know, I'm a woman of discriminating taste, and perhaps I could help Billy Reed get over a few fears.
Oh, no. Oh, listen to that. Oh, goodbye.
Jeez, poor Dennis. I feel so sorry for Dennis.
Billy, you're going to turn this into a positive, you know, with women. He's going to get more women now.
The sympathy vote.
I really respect Billy.
Hello, Don and Mike show. Hello?
Hello?
Lady, hi, baby.
Is that me?
Yes, hi, you're on the air.
I actually had another coward feeling.
Oh, another Karen. Oh, you weren't calling for Dennis?
Oh, this is the ultimate tease. We say we have two women, and then they have other things they want to talk about.
Who's the coward you had in mind?
Joe Jacoby, when you used to blow off all your appearances.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to be the one calling Joe a coward.
We can have fun with Joe Jacoby all we want. We will not call that man a coward. Trust me.
All right, thank you for the call, though.
Sure.
You weren't interested in Dennis, were you?
Sorry, I'm married.
All right. Listen, here we go, right here. Hold on.
Oh, good.
Solution.
Oh, no.
Should have come to me earlier.
I wonder if this is the solution I'm thinking of. I'll nod if it is.
I don't think so.
As long as the problem is corrected.
I don't think so. It's...
Oldies 104, 94.7 John.
No, it's not.
Yes, hello. Is this our station in Reno, right? This is Don and Mike?
Yes.
Hi, we're on the air. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing great. Listen, I have a question for you about Nevada.
Okay.
They have legalized prostitution out there, don't they?
Yes, I do.
Now, is there a brothel anywhere near the studios of 94.7 FM?
No.
Would there be? Who would know about whores? Is the program director there?
You are too kind. You are too, and I think this is a wonderful solution.
Hey, we'll send him out there. We'll pay for it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
No having to get women to call in to buff him, as you said, or to shake hands with Mr. Johnson.
Yeah.
No bones about it. We'll put him on a plane.
Send him out to the chicken ranch.
Send him out there. We'll find out how much it costs. What, $10-15?
Yeah.
And boom, it's done.
It's done, and he'll be happy.
And it's legal.
And it's a fun trip for him too.
Now, are there a bunch of brothels near the radio station?
No. They have to be outside of town.
Yeah, they're outside the city limits.
Yeah.
Are there any near Reno?
The closest ones would be outside of Carson City, which is Carson from Reno is it's about a half an hour drive, and then about another.
Yeah, that's good. What's the
25 minutes from Reno.
What's the going rate for like a 15-minute quickie?
No.
For 15 minutes, what do you think?
I don't know.
Do you have any?
Maybe $100.
$100?
Maybe.
$100?
What's the
Not that you know about
Well,
it.
you know what? There's one even closer than that. There's the Mustang Ranch, which is.
Has that got a good reputation?
Well,
Hey, what do we care?
the best well-known one.
Oh, isn't that the famous one, the Mustang Ranch?
Huh?
Yeah, that's famous. It's been on the 60 Minutes.
Yeah, Joe Conforti owned it.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen. All we got to do is come up with airfare to get Dennis out there, and come up with $100, and we'll get the job done. We'll cure him of the tragic virginity. So listen, how are things going out there in Reno? You get a lot of response to our show out there?
Yeah, they like you.
That's what we hear. What's the name of the newspaper there?
Reno Gazette Journal.
Yeah, is that a real newspaper or like a grocery store newspaper?
No, it's a real. Well, it's the only one we've got, so it's as real as it.
Because they want to do some big expose article on us to find out why we're bringing our brand of radio to Reno.
Wonderful.
Okay.
All right, well, listen, I'm going to leave you on hold here for a second. I want you to talk to our producer, Diana.
Okay.
And we'll get the name of an actual whorehouse out there.
We got it, the Mustang Ranch.
Yeah.
Hold on just a second. Okay, and now let's go back to Dennis. Den?
Oh, listen to him. Listen to him.
Dennis, happy birthday, Dennis.
Thank you.
We're going to try to work this out. We're going to see if we can coordinate with your schedule to get you out to Carson City, Nevada.
Okay.
To have you actually finally cure yourself of this dreaded virginity, Dennis.
Hey, Dennis, you should thank Mr. Geronimo for his wonderful idea.
Thank you, guys.
You're so welcome, Dennis. All you'll have to do is have the act happen sometime during the show. You can call us before it happens,
Okay.
and then call us right afterwards to tell us what you think about it.
Okay.
You're okay during daylight hours, aren't you, Dennis?
I should be. I don't know.
Yeah, hey, he's never done it before, Mike. He has no idea.
Probably won't make a difference.
Okay, hold on, Dennis. Excellent. Happy birthday, Dan. Now to make listen to that. To make this a reality, we need. Oh, Jesus, we're running out of show today. It's too bad. We're gonna need some help from our sponsors because, as you know, we're the poorest radio show. We got no money.
That's right.
I mean, we got zero money. So we need one of our airline contacts. Let's say we got a bunch of airlines that advertise us with us. Lufthansa. And Delta,
right?
And United Airlines, they all run advertisements with our show.
We can get him out there.
Perhaps they can call in. You know, it can be a cargo flight. It doesn't really matter. Dennis can get into one of those little dog carriers.
Sure, put him down below. You know, it doesn't matter. He just wants to get out there. You heard his voice. You heard the tone of his voice. The boy's excited.
All we need is airfare out there, a rental car for Dennis,
right?
And we'll come up with $100. Let's be generous, $120 for the lady.
Yep, and our city slicker's going to the ranch. The Mad Viking is going to the Mustang Ranch.
So let's open up the phones now. Let's get an airline calling us here. Let's get a car rental company. Let's see if we can get this tied up before the end of the show today.
Happy trails to you.
And now with a look at the news, nearly 2 hours late. Gee, it's not our fault. Buzz.
No, it's fine. I'm not upset.
I know. I'm just telling everybody out there who has come to depend on Buzz Burbank News that we're sorry. It's been crazy. We had the naked guy and then the flu shots and then Billy Reed and then my wife at Herman's and now Dennis Murphy's going to a whorehouse. Here is Buzz Burbank. Hi, Buzz.
Hi, Donna Mike. And this is fresh up to the minute news unless you're listening on tape delay. The jury in the Reginald Denny trial has made some, but not all, of the decisions it was assigned to make. But Damian Williams and Henry Watson, the two black men accused of beating that truck driver, have already been found innocent of most of the serious charges and found guilty of several lesser charges. The jury asked for and got more time to consider the attempted murder charges against Williams. So far, it's quiet in south central Los Angeles. People passing by the intersection where the beating occurred have their opinions, though.
I think the kids should get a little time, but they should spend it just like the officers spend it in heaven. If the officers are going to spend it in heaven, let the kids spend it in heaven.
California Governor Pete Wilson has the police ready, but he says,
we're not going to permit decent, innocent people to be the victims of senseless violence, whatever the professed justification for it.
Wilson says he's not expecting any trouble. The judge has ordered the jury in the Reginald Denny case to come back for more deliberations on Tuesday. The panel had informed the judge that it was deadlocked on 2 of the unresolved counts. President Clinton has signed an order making life a little tougher for the military and police officials in Haiti. Those officials were supposed to have resigned over the weekend to make way for the return of Haiti's democratic government. The order signed by Mr. Clinton keeps those military leaders out of the U.S., and it freezes Haitian assets in American banks. The president's also ordered the U.S. warships off the coast of Haiti to begin moving in, just as the United Nations embargo against Haiti goes into effect. There hasn't been much gunfire in Somalia over the past 9 days, but that appears to be changing. American troops have been shooting at a group of armed Somalis who keep advancing their position. A civilian staff member at Fort Knox, Kentucky, brought a gun to work on Monday and killed 3 fellow civilians, one of them his boss, and critically wounded 2 others. The man later turned the gun on himself at the VA hospital in Louisville, about 40 miles away. He, too, was then in critical condition. The man is 53 years old and was passed over for a promotion. Condemned killer Thomas Grasso will not die in Oklahoma after all, which means he will not be executed anywhere. A federal judge has ordered the state of Oklahoma to return Mr. Grasso to the state of New York, where there is no capital punishment so long as Mario Cuomo remains governor. Grasso also faces 20 years to life in New York, and under the direction of the governor, New York's been insisting that Grasso has to serve out his sentence there before he could ever be returned to Oklahoma for execution. Doctors who perform abortions are asking the feds to investigate the violence against doctors and their clinics. These doctors say they're the target of a national campaign of violence.
I don't believe as a physician I should have to wear a bulletproof vest. I'm a gynecologist in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm not a U.S. Ranger in Mogadishu.
The doctors are pushing for tougher laws on demonstrations at clinics and tougher law enforcement. The 7 astronauts on the Space Shuttle Columbia have started doing tests on each other. Columbia lifted off Monday after repeated delays. The astronauts are drawing each other's blood, measuring blood pressure, and checking one another for motion sickness. This should make the rats nervous. They're next. 48 lab rats are on board for a few experiments, and some of them won't be coming back alive. Stock prices closed mixed Monday. The Dow closed 12.5 points up, but decliners led gainers by a narrow margin. Volume was heavy with 328 million shares changing hands. The S&P lost over a point. NASDAQ fell 4.5. The market was pretty much unaffected by the announcement that a couple of big banks are dropping their prime interest rates by a half point. This Halloween, there may be a fine line between scaring someone and offending them. That story in sports next.
So I'm being dragged by my wife to the mall the other day when she notices some of those big posters in the window of the hair cuttery. You know, the ones with the nice-looking people with the nice-looking hair that say still $10 and a good haircut is a good haircut. I've always wondered how good a $10 haircut can be. And a strong tug from my wife meant I was going to find out. We just walked in. I guess you don't need an appointment. They started by giving me a shampoo and conditioner. And now it's some generic like I use, but with a professional brand called KMS. The stylist said it was the best. All they use at hair cuttery. Because it's naturally pH balanced with natural organic ingredients like vegetable proteins that make my hair stronger or something. Even better, that KMS shampoo was free. When she was done and I met my wife, she said I should pose for one of those window posters. I even bought some KMS shampoo and conditioner on the way out. Keep it looking that way.
The Hair Cuttery sells KMS for technically beautiful hair, the choice of professional stylists at the Hair Cuttery and other fine salons.
This Buzzcast brought to you by the Hair Cuttery. You're listening to the Don and Mike Show. In sports, the World Series resumes Tuesday night in Philadelphia. The Phillies and Blue Jays are tied at a game apiece. The Philadelphia Eagles may need another quarterback. Randall Cunningham broke his leg 2 weeks ago. Now, backup Bubby Brister has torn ligaments in his right ankle. Houston offensive lineman David Williams missed Sunday's game in which the Oilers beat New England, but he was with his wife, who was giving birth to their first baby. Oilers management is angry, however, even though Williams tried to catch a later flight. They say a football game is like a world war. So they've docked him $125,000, and now they're talking about a fine and a suspension. Finally, it'll be a politically correct Halloween in Iowa City, Iowa this year. School officials are telling the parents and the kids what costumes they don't want to see this year. Anything, they say, that will present a negative image or offend someone. You can dress up like a kind of food or an animal or perhaps a friendly monster, but no witches, no devils, or the homeless souls we used to call hobos. It isn't on the list, but I'm guessing some kind of Ted Danson outfit would also be a bad choice. I'm Buzz Burbank on the Don and Mike Show.
Thank you, Buzzy. Hey, listen, we're out of show. Before we go, we have a couple of calls about Dennis Murphy. Hello?
Don Mike.
Yeah, hi, you're on the air.
Yeah, I've been to the Mustang Ranch.
You have?
Yeah. I'm in the Navy, and it's not too far from a Navy base up there.
Yeah, do you think Dennis will like it?
Well, when you go, you're presented with a menu. You go in, you sit down at a bar, and it's not the place you go to get drunk, let me tell you.
Really?
Drinks pretty steep, but you go in, you look at the menu, there's everything from...
They have an extra value meal?
Yeah, there's everything from pretty up front all the way to hot tubs and group rooms and...
Yeah, for $100, can Dennis have a good time?
Yeah, as long as he doesn't try to buy any drinks.
All right, not a problem.
Drinks are expensive. Well, maybe he'll bring his own in a big, hefty trash bag. That's the first time we saw him, he was carrying that.
Cans and cans of Budweiser.
That's right.
Room 915 it was, wasn't it?
And I think the group room is for Dennis. He's a social guy.
Hello, Don and Mike Show.
Hi, Don Mike. How you doing?
Doing great, my friend.
I got a budget place for you.
Ah, great. We're on a budget.
It's called the Moonlight Bunny Ranch.
And where's that, in Nevada?
Yeah, it's 5 Mountain Pizza, Carson City. I have their phone number for you if you want.
Hippity-hoppity.
Hold on a second. Hello, Don and Mike Show.
Hey, breaking news. It's not going to snow this year. Stormy is coming. Okay?
It's not going to snow this year.
What was that?
I don't know, Dennis. I had to delay him out.
I don't get it.
I'm not exactly sure what he meant by that.
That was weird.
Yes, it's a weird end to a weird show.
Very weird show today.
Today's been a very weird one. Well, Dennis,
Yeah.
we are going to work in the next, how long until we get back here? The next 18 hours.
Okay.
To put together a package, Dennis, to send you out to Nevada as soon as possible. And I see no reason why our station in Reno, Jaws 94.7, can't take this as kind of a promotion.
Yeah.
And maybe meet Dennis at the airport, give him the keys to the city.
Absolutely.
You know, maybe they can take him in the station van over to the whorehouse to get the job done.
Oh, they'll love us.
And keep in mind that in Nevada, it's legal.
That's right.
Totally legal. We can finally cure him of his virginity once and for all.
And that's the most important thing. It's legal.
So, Den, you hold on there. Diana needs some information. And tomorrow when we start the show, hopefully we'll have some great news for you, and you'll be ready to drop everything at a moment's notice and fly out to Nevada.
Get ready to take the dent out of your wallet, Dennis.
Yeah, and Sherry?
Yes.
Thank you for the thanking.
Oh, it was my pleasure, Dennis. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you, whenever it is. Come clap down, Mike.
Okay, hold on, Den. Okay, I cut him off in mid-laugh there.
All right, he's going to the bunny ranch.
We've got to, gotta go. We'll see you next time. On our next show, obviously, all the stuff we did not get to today, along with an end to the Dennis Murphy virginity story. Diana, will you make that your private project, please?
That is my sole quest.
And tomorrow, hopefully, we're still waiting for the airline people to call in. And if not, even if it's got to be a bus ticket or something.
Sure.
Let's get him out there, Diana.
Dennis Murphy's cross-country caravan.
Oh, wouldn't that be something?
Wouldn't that be good? Put him on a bus.
Hey, Dan?
Give him a cell phone.
Hey, Dan? Would you be able to take a couple days off work if we put you on a bus and you could call in with reports?
I can do that.
You're a trooper, Dennis. You're the Mad Viking.
But really, I'm so surprised that that would be okay.
What?
I'm so surprised that that would be okay.
We'll try to work out airfare, Dennis, and if not, it'll be Greyhound, here you come.
Oh, man.
Okay, hold on, Dan.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
If we can't get a bus, heck, get him on the back of a Harley.
Okay, we'll solve this tomorrow. We got to go. Stand by for nodulated action. Thank you for listening. Of course, you can write to the show via electronic mail anytime on CompuServe at 76100, 2122, or you can write to us at America Online at Batman4730. Gotta go. See you next time. Diana, stations we still work at, please.
Coward 106 WJFK FM Washington, WJFK AM Baltimore, 1520 KB Radio.
He finally smiled. He's sitting over here trying to look pissed off about it. He's trying.
I knew he was.
He's trying to look mad, but you can't help it, can you, Billy?
I was never mad.
I was never mad. I was never mad. Take them, not me. Stop the monkeys. Please, I'm so young. I'm so young. Dr. Smith. Cowardly lion.
I don't want to get a flu shot. I don't want to get a flu shot.
Anyway, Diana, I'm sorry.
1010 Dog. WQIK Tampa, WIOD Miami, Florida, WLAS Jacksonville, North Carolina, WCHV Charlottesville, Virginia, WNDE Indianapolis, KIZS Carson City, Reno, WNSP Mobile, Alabama, WGUS Augusta, and KUKQ Tempe, Phoenix.
All right, gotta go. See you next time, everybody. Bye-bye.
So long, everybody.
Megan Stevens, don't be so tight. Give my daddy more money.
Delightful. Delightful. This is the best show we've ever done.
You are the best thing on the radio.
Don and Mike kick off.
Please focus on the show.
Don and Mike, my brother.
Still, a good time was had by all.
That's about as good as it gets. Well, so long and have a good night.
Radio Gods.
Not a corrupting influence, I don't feel at all.
Don and Mike. Howard Stern all morning. Don and Mike all afternoon. G. Gordon, Liddy, Victor. And the Grease Man at night. Washington's superstation is 106.7 WJFK FM, Manassas, Washington. 1300 AM WJFK, Baltimore.
My number is 432 FM 96.
FM
FM 96. Thanks to Cindy Murphy of Manassas. She's won a Money and Movies prize package from FM 96. Way to go! WWFM Washington is Music Radio FM 96. It's straight up 3 o'clock with your favorite DEEJAY, Rob Spiewak. It's a Money and Movies weekend.
You got it in there, Rob.
We got tickets for Jurassic Park, a limited edition FM 96 t-shirt, and $96 in cash. Just listen for the touchstones. They're coming up this hour on FM 96.
Tight, baby.
FM 96. My name is Rob Spiewak, and no, really, I'm pretty on the inside. That's where it counts. We play the hits on FM 96. WWFM with Rob Spiewak, the radio equivalent of an extra value meal. Hey! But seriously, folks, your chance to win a Money and Movies prize pack is coming up real soon. Just leave your radio right where it is. Till then, we got the Spin Doctors with 2 Princes. That beats my pair of Jacks. FM 96. FM 96 Washington weather, newly revised for your pleasure. Nice and clear tonight, a low of 60. Mostly sunny tomorrow with a high of 85 degrees. Right now it's 83 in Fairfax, 81 in Columbia, and 80 degrees at FM 96. WWFM, I'm Rob Spiewak, and I'm on the way to the radio station today. I stop off at 7-Eleven to get myself a big bottle of iced cappuccino to give me that caffeine to make my trademark high-energy presentation, and the lady cards me. I mean, I realize I've got those boyish good looks, but don't card me for coffee. FM 96.
And that's it.
Thank you.
Okay, that's it. I noticed that all the songs were replaced. They were your favorite songs that were on there.
Oh, by coincidence they were, Mike.
Was it coincidence that they happened to be on that particular tape?
Well, the songs that he had on his tape were like, My Girl.
Yeah, well, they were screwed up. I had no idea what I was doing.
All I did was get a bunch of top 40 records together for the boy.
I heard a lot of improvement in that tape. That was great. I hear that,
You heard a lot of editing in that tape.
You didn't feel like you needed to walk up and, well, did you edit out the parts? It sounded to me like he stopped talking before the post for a change.
On quite a few he did, and on that one with Numb, at one point he goes, it's 2 o'clock with Rob Spiewak.
Oh, now come on, it wasn't as bad as all that.
On WWF, how big was that piece of tape we took out, Rob?
It was maybe a 1-second piece of tape.
It was a big long
one.
one.
You were editing at 30 inches per second, too, so...
Well, I'm proud of the boy. I think that it's much better than his last tape.
Well, thank
Good
you.
job.
I bet he can get a job with that tape.
I'd hire him with a tape like that, and I used to work at a little radio station hiring people, so I think you'll get a job with that.
Very good, Rob.
Oh, well, thank you, guys. And thank you, Don, infinitely.
Oh, you're so welcome. I know it was a dream come true. Get out of here.
Okay, bye.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here, Rob.
Yeah, when he said that dream come true thing, that's when I regretted having said something nice.
Would that be a lesson to you, Mike?
Yeah, no. So you say something nice about somebody, then somebody says something nicer. It's a dream come true, and then we both embraced and kissed.
It's enough to piss you off. People talking nice about me. Why Shemp is my hero. Well, hey, how about that, Rob?
Yeah.
Not bad.
That's good. I think you did a good job, and you worked with the boy.
Yeah, I did.
You settled him down a little bit, and a little less on the I am a DEEJAY, and I think it sounded on the tape. It really sounded good.
Strictly his own material, though, 2 Princes and I got 2 Jacks. FM 96.
Yeah, well, there's that Rickles influence that you can't keep away from.
Why Shemp is my hero.
Mm-hmm.
This comes to us from Kicks Magazine, and this was written by a guy named Greg Prevost.
All right.
Lately, there has been a lot of arguing over who was the best stooge. That is, either Shemp, Curly, or Joe. I haven't seen a lot of guys saying they like Joe, but I think he's funny because he's a big sissy. Especially notice the way he hits Mo with his wrists when he says, not so loud.
Oh, come on.
Well, that's about it for Joe. Curly is really funny, and I like all the episodes he's in. But compared to Shemp, forget it.
This guy is out of it. Let me just say right now, you don't have to read any further, but I know you're going to... I don't think this guy has a clue. That Joe Besser comment was a dead giveaway right there. So, sorry, I couldn't contain myself.
Curly is retarded. Shemp, on the other hand, is just the opposite. There are so many outrageous things that he does, it's hard to find a place to start. The first thing that Shemp's got going for him is the noise he makes when he goes berserk, or when he's snoring. Beep, 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 beep. Sheer genius. This is pretty hot, and in high competition with Curly's woo, 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 woo noise.
Oh, come off it.
I really like the way Shemp is always losing limbs or many times his head. Like when the big zombie character Angel is chasing him around with a meat cleaver, he chops off a dummy's head and it falls on the floor next to Shemp, and he thinks it's his head.
That was funny.
And starts yelling for Mo because his head got chopped off.
I will give the guy that. He gives a good Shemp example there.
The best example is when he lost a limb. They blow up a safe, and Shemp's pant leg gets torn, and he thinks his leg has gotten blown off. Shemp gets really violent, too. Once he told Mo, "I'll razor blade you," holding a blade up to Mo's face. Of course, he gets a beating for threatening Mo, but at least he's got the guts to stand up to him. Curly would always back off.
Oh, come on.
Another violent incident is when Shemp blasts into this room full of girls, and this French girl starts beating on him for breaking in, and Shemp grabs this big sword and slaps her on the ass with it. It says, "I'll slice you to pieces." Real amazing. Shemp's haircut is very high class, too. 1 minute he looks clean cut, and 1 minute he looks like a real slob. I give Shemp credit for not fixing his hair or getting it out of his face when it gets messed up. Shemp's fighting techniques were always real. Ace, too. His hair flopping around, great footwork, and idle swings at guys. Shemp would always take a beating, of course. In fact, of the three, Curly, Joe, and Shemp took the most poundings.
Oh, yeah, I'll agree with that.
I also like the way that Shemp makes a big thing out of nothing, or when one word sets him off. Most noteworthy incident, in Spooks, they're playing detectives, and Mo casually asks their client his name. The guy's name is George B. Bopper. Shemp goes from totally calm to an uproaring recital. "Oh, a bebopper, cool, man. Real George, B. Give me some skin, give me some skin." In turn, Mo throws a pen into Shemp's nose. It's classic. Shemp is also real quick with words, like when he knocks Mo off a ladder. He says, "Gee, Mo, I'm sorry, Mo." Now what Mo can a fella say? That's all there is, there ain't no Mo. Unfortunately, Mo didn't think that was too cool, and Shemp got another beating. Last thing I'll comment on before I go watch Goof on the Roof are Shemp's temper tantrums. He's always throwing tables and buckets or bars of soap, TV, aerials, anything, and he always ends up hitting Mo with it. One last thing, I mean it this time. I like the incident where Shemp has a sandwich, plate olives, and potato chips in his pocket, and Mo smashes the whole works in Shemp's face. Shemp is so much better than Curly.
No!
I cannot believe anybody who thinks opposite.
You know, I'll tell you where that guy loses me. You have to go right to the beginning of the article when he mentions Joe Besser. He has the the gall to mention Joe Besser in the same sentence with Curly. It's an insult. It's an insult. I'll give Shemp credit, but Curly was the man. Curly was the main man.